Hello everyone and welcome back to Game Over Cancer 2023 Fall Edition. I am Malcreos, and while it might be day 6 of our wonderful event, it is day 21 of Ploktober. And so to kick off this day is Laxxus with a perfectly grounded and insane game, Plok. Take it away, Laxxus.
Thank you. Welcome everyone. I'm Laxxus and this is Plok, as it should be for Ploktober, and after this marathon is over you all should go ahead and play some Plok. For those who don't know this game, this is a Super Nintendo game from '93, I believe. It's a rather unique platformer, I would say. Very colorful and, well, you shoot your limbs to attack enemies, and well, you have two different jumps that we will see. I'll talk about that more when we get into the run, so let's just start. And also my cat is providing some excellent commentary as well, don't worry about that. So yeah, let's just start this. In 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, first thing we do is take a secret warp and take the cat off my desk so I actually see something. So we have a helicopter here. If you look at this, the helicopter, it looks like it controls horribly, but don't worry, it actually controls way worse than it looks like. So yeah, just try to not bounce too much around. Okay, we did it. And that skips a lot of levels actually. I don't know how many exactly, but quite a few. This is an any percent run, so it will use quite a lot of secret warps. Most of them intended, and also 2 hopefully warps that are not intended, but we'll get to those later. It is definitely the cat playing, I'm just doing commentary. So, yeah. So yeah, you can shoot your limbs like that, and I completely, because I was showing that, I just wasted 15 seconds of everyone's life. Perfect. And I mean, they come back to you, and when you don't have any legs left, then, well, you can't jump because you don't have legs, obviously. And you just bounce around a little bit, and there's a stage later on where that is actually the design, where you don't have legs for the first half of the stage, and it's kinda mean. Alright, here we have another warp. After I slide down here. Sliding is actually really hard to do optimally, because like when you are on the ground you want to just hold down, but while you are in the air and you bounce around a lot, while you are in the air optimally you want to hold forward, but if you do that while you are on the ground then you lose all your extra momentum that you had. Alright, second warp. Once again we have like a vehicle. We see a lot of those. There are different warps later on. But yeah, some of them are like with these vehicles, and these first 2 warps, they don't look too bad, but trust me, later warps, they are like impossible to do when you don't know exactly what happens and where to go and stuff. Alright, so we skipped a lot of the early game. We skipped the first boss actually with this warp. So story-wise, actually what happens is, so Plok wakes up and he notices that his flag is gone, which, like, I mean, that's horrible. Someone stole his flag. So he goes to this other island to look for his flag, and he eventually finds it, and like the Bobbins brothers had the flag, but it turns out they were in league with the Flea Queen, and when Plok comes back to his own island, there are fleas everywhere, and Plok hates fleas. I don't know why, but they are like his arch enemy or something. So he wants to kill them, and then he's like, oh man, if only I had the amulet that that my grandpappy had. If only I had that, that would help me to like deal with those fleas. So he falls asleep, and we have this flashback to Grandpappy Plok. He has a wonderful mustache, and this is shown him 50 years ago, where he's looking for his amulet that he buried somewhere, but he just doesn't quite remember where. So, well, we will have a few stages of him trying to find it. Alright, that's kind of this buzzsaw item thing that's just lying around that just gives you this saw that makes you invincible and moves you forward by quite a lot. You just have to pay attention in which direction you go when you go into it, because that will determine which direction you actually go. And on the next stage we will use one to hopefully skip like quite a bit of the stage. It's a pretty tight trick here. Let's see if I get it. Perfect. So when you jump right before you touch the buzzsaw, then you will go up, and then you can, with the D-boost, kind of clip into the wall there a little bit and then jump up. That saves like 15 to 20 seconds. So I'm glad I got that. But once again, that was unfortunately not the right hole, so we will search further. Black and white for performance reason. Yes, obviously. It's not just because it's a flashback. Oh god, I might die here. It wouldn't be the worst. Like in an optimal speedrun on PB pace. Okay, we're not dying. I would actually take intentional deaths on this stage. I'll talk about that in a bit. First we have another warp here. So on these warps, we'll see one more of these. You have to collect every single shell. If you just miss a single one, you will not get the warp. So unless you know exactly where they are and where they spawn, good luck. Some of those cycles are really tight, and if you miss a single one, well, then you won't get the warp. This warp actually only skips one stage, but it's still definitely worth it. These beginning stages are relatively short, I would say, but we will get to longer stages later. Oops, missed that jump, it's fine. Yeah, these buzzsaws hidden behind these enemies, so I just boost through and that gets me through easily. What sauce? Best line. Alright, one more stage and then we will get to the first boss, which normally is the second boss. So these health fruits, you can hit them, then they give you more health back. But if you hit them more than 2 times, then they will just get destroyed. Unless they have a hidden warp, then the warp gets triggered when you hit them a 3rd time. Alright, first boss. This is actually the hardest boss casually. It's pretty tricky one, and he could still kill me. Let's see how I can juggle him. I kind of want to hit him, or all of them, before they even hit the ground, so they can't do anything. And so far this is going great. Sometimes they just do weird stuff and... Alright, perfect. Sometimes one of them just decides he wants to do neutral jumps, and that like wrecks the whole pattern, and then I have to improvise. But yeah, everything worked. Perfect. Alright, on the next stage I will do a unintended warp, a game over warp basically. which is why I would on an optimal run take intentional deaths a few stages earlier. I can do them here in the next stage, it's no big deal, just is a little bit slower. So what happens here, in the top right you see the Plok ladders. If you get 4 of them, you get a continue, or Plok continuous, it's called in the game. And for every continue that you get, it actually sets a checkpoint for that continue after the stage you got it in. Which makes sense because normally the way you get these ladders is by finishing a stage without dying. Then you get one of those ladders at the end of the stage. So it makes sense that the continue point gets to be after the stage you just beat. The problem is in some stages there are these Plok ladders lying around that you can just collect, and that's what I did, and I got a continue from that. So if I game over now, my continue point will be after this stage. So by game overing, I will actually beat the stage and just go to the next one. Game over, continue, and hooray, we are past the stage. It is a lot faster than actually beating this stage. Alright, this is a very tricky boss quick kill. Let's see if I can do it. So this fight, you have to hit the spike thingy to get them down, and then you can... Oh, I messed it up. Shame. Well, this will be a slow fight now. I have to improvise, and that's never good in this fight. So this fight is actually not random, but it's very precise to set it up in a way that you get them down where you want to. The problem is these spike walls have like a horrible hitbox, so hitting those guys down is actually really hard. Okay, now I can just deboost. Alright, not a good kill, but it's fine. Yeah, very tricky fight to do fast. And the more hits they take, the more stars they shoot, so if you play that casually and like instead of killing one, you just bring them all down to 1 health, then well, it will be hard to dodge their attacks. Alright, we got past it. So normally in pretty much all of these stages now, you are supposed to kill all the fleas before you can get to the goal and move on to the next stage. But once again, I will just use a warp. This warp actually just skips this stage. Not even a different stage after, just this stage. But that's still worth it, because otherwise you would have to go around and kill a lot of fleas. Nice deboost here to get up there. Oh yeah, I haven't talked about the different jumps yet. So you have this jump, this normal jump, and this spin jump. During the spin jump you can't attack, so you have to be cautious with that, but it gets you a lot further and higher, so. Also, after I got the amulet actually gives me power to defeat the fleas. If I like alternate pressing L and R, I shoot out these shells. The shells are normally just for getting 1-ups. And then I do the spin jump, then I turn into a buzzsaw and I kill stuff very quickly and turn invincible. It's really important move. And here we have one of the, if not the hardest warps. This one is like The later warps are just so tight on time. If you make one mistake, it's just over. You can't make it anymore. So if you don't get perfectly onto that that moving platform, then well, it's just over. If you miss a jump here, then it's just over. This is a perfect stage, and I'll have less than 2 seconds left. So good luck getting these casually. It's really tough. Right, we have another boss. A spider. I don't know why we fight the spider, but we do. So on these first hits, I usually would not be able to hit her that early, but I missed a hit. That's a shame. By shooting out my limb and then doing the oh, I actually missed another hit. Dang, that's a shame. And then doing the spin jump, you can sometimes, like, when you time it right, you can hit it further up because the limb will just follow you when you jump up. Alright, not the optimal kill, but it's fine. It is fine. Now we get to, like, now the game gets a lot harder, honestly. These next 2 stages, well, they are scary. And, well, now I can't get around killing fleas myself, so in these stages now, these 2 upcoming stages, I have to kill every flea before I can finish the stage. Alright, creepy crag. So, you have to hit these. I said you have to hit these. To explode them. Oh my god. There we see the saw move. Normally you would have to hit them 3 times. But you can quickly hit them 3 times with the saw move. So every time you hit one of these things, your limb won't come back to you. It will be on a coat hanger where you have to get it back. Otherwise you would run out of limbs sooner or later. Or you can get one of these costumes. They also replenish your limbs. There are a lot in the game, but sadly in the speedrun this is the only one that we normally see. They are pretty strong because when they attack, the fleas don't have iframes. If you normally hit them, the fleas get quite a lot of iframes actually. Sadly, it's normally the only one that we see, but I will show you the best one. Oh god, please don't die. So this is the best one, the cowboy. Just wait for it. Just wait for his attack. Bang, bang, bang. Yes, that is his attack, and yes, that actually deals damage, but yeah, it's kind of hard to hit anything with it. Also, I can't hit the thing with it, so that was actually a really bad mistake by me to go up there. Anyway. I hope you enjoyed that. Now I have to watch out that I don't die, so I take this a bit slower. Alright. That was way too risky, and I mean, that obviously wasted time. I would normally not get that costume, but it's okay, we get a health refill here and everything is fine. It is the best attack. Also, if you're wondering, I'm just getting rid of shells here, because shells give you 1-ups and I don't want 1-ups. I know that sounds a bit crazy, but later on I want to do another game over warp, so getting more 1-ups would slow that down. For a marathon setting it might be not the smartest idea, because because of all these warps, like if I game over, well, it's just done. then there's no way back. Normally there are permanent continue points after some bosses, but I skip all of them with the warps. Alright, here's the stage that I talked about earlier, where you don't have your legs for half of the stage. This is, in my opinion, the hardest and scariest stage. We'll see how this one goes. Okay, looking good so far. Soon I have my limbs back. There they are. But the rest of the stage is also really scary, actually. Especially because if nothing goes wrong, I will attempt a skip that saves like 15 to 20 seconds. But it uses a damage boost and spikes, and optimally you do it actually quite a few damage boosts and spikes. So you can see the saw move just really good. Thing is, if they are on the ground, like I said earlier, the fleas take 3 hits. If they are on the ground, okay, let me get this trick here quick. Okay, got it. Nice. That's a really tight jump. So they have 3 health, and if you try to use the saw move while they are on the ground, you usually only deal 2 damage and then you get hit. So that's why I hit that one first. That sucked, so we'll take the D-boost threat, which is faster technically, but scarier. There are no checkpoints in any stage, so if you die in a stage, well, then you have to do the whole stage over again. Well, okay, whatever. We'll just take the D-boost. Nothing will go wrong here. Okay, I'm playing this way too scared now. Okay. No big deal. If you collect the flag before you kill all fleas, then it gives you a full health refill, so I managed to do that to not die there. Alright, we got through here, that's good. Maybe QC, maybe. Alright, we have another warp. Normally, again, in a optimal run, I would take 3 deaths here to go down to my last life, because this is the fastest to take the deaths in. But yeah, we're not doing that in a marathon run, because then if I die once, the run is over. This is the last warp that we take, and this is also a really hard one. You don't have much time. You have a little bit more time than the timer shows at the bottom, like a second more or so. But yeah, like even the task finishes it with only like 4 seconds left, so they are kind of ridiculous. And with that warp, we skipped another boss, and we are actually in the final world now. In this world, we don't have to kill any more fleas. We only have to get to the exit, and every stage has a different vehicle. So this one is a very American vehicle, and well, instead of actually playing the stage, I just clipped through the wall, which is a lot faster and easier. But the clips are really precise. I think it's like a 4-pixel window, and this vehicle, like as you can see, it like keeps bobbing up and down, so it's kind of hard to actually control it. But that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Like I said, every stage in this world is a different vehicle, so we will see quite a few. we will also see one that we have already seen before. And this one right here is actually, I would say, the scariest of the remaining stages. With the bike. And the bike, obviously, you can throw grenades. And I will use a lot of D-boosts here in order to hopefully get through quicker. Perfect. Just boost it straight over those boulders. It's perfect. Alright, these enemies here at the end, they can really screw me over and kill me. I hope they don't. Okay, this is looking really good. Okay, perfect. We got through. Okay, that's the scariest level down. Excite bike mod, yeah. Some of the vehicles actually, like, they control horribly. I said it at the beginning with the helicopter. The next stage has the helicopter again, and it really controls poorly. If you bonk on anything, like, it's really, really hard to control it. But some of them are actually really good. Oh god, that was slow. Fine. Some control really well, we will see one later. But let's focus on this one first. Like I said, we just deboost a lot, because killing enemies is just too slow. If we get lucky here, I think it's a subpixel thing, we can clip through these. Nice. And one more time. That's a lot faster than actually having to destroy those. And... oh god. The vehicles actually have way smaller hitboxes than it would look like. Just very small part of them are actually their hitbox, so it looks scarier and harder than it actually is. Okay, and second half of the stage I don't want to play, so we just wall clip again. I don't know what hit me there, but now I'm scared. Okay. Through the first one, now I shouldn't be able to get hit anymore. I'm glad I had exactly enough health, honestly. Alright. That skips a huge part of this stage and makes it a lot easier. The manual says the helicopter has good controls, yes. And trust me, I maybe make it look not too bad, because I played it a lot, you know, but it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Okay, on the next stage, because this stage is horrible, I will use another game over warp. Because this stage actually has another Plok letter, and as you can see, because I didn't die in any stage so far, I'm perfectly set up to get a continue here. And yeah, this is a tank, and the hitbox of the tank is actually just basically the star that you see in the middle. And the tank controls, I mean, it's slow, and if you shoot, you have knockback on every shot. And this stage is just horrible. Like, the later parts of this stage are just stupid. But instead, I will just die now, and that will skip the stage. That's actually a really good run. Alright, so we game over. Continue, and we are past the stage. Let's go. We only have one more stage to go before the final boss, actually. And on this stage we will actually use a UFO, and this vehicle controls so well. Like, it controls perfectly. It really just does what you want. It's insane. Oh god. I might die here. Okay, that's fine. First unintentional death. It's fine. Now it doesn't really matter anymore. As long as I don't die like 3 or 4 more times, but... Just try this again. Like, killing all these enemies would just take way too long. Come on. Also, in this game, the enemy shots deal a lot more damage than body contact, which makes sense. A lot more games should have that, like Mega Man games where like touching the enemy deals like 3 times the damage of getting shot by them. Oh yeah, also I skipped like the rest of the stage, because I mean, why wouldn't I, right? Alright, really good run. Fortunate death in this stage, but the rest was really good actually. Took it some stuff a bit safer, but yeah, this is going really well. And yeah, final boss, the Flea Queen, because obviously we were trying to kill the fleas, and why wouldn't you use spring shoes to fight the Flea Queen, right? So yeah, here we are. This is basically just an auto-scroller. You dodge her shots, then she throws us out eggs with fleas. Once you kill all the fleas, she comes down, you can hit her. There's a test thread where you can actually hit her twice on one cycle, but that's like incredibly precise and also depends on your like jump cycle, so it's not really RTA viable. You can like get a lucky one sometimes, but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the fight. Not much to it. One fun thing is, like, I didn't mention that, but on all other bosses, your amulet for the buzzsaw attack is actually blocked. You can't use it, because otherwise you would just destroy these bosses. On this boss, it is not deactivated, because you can't use it while you are in a while you have these spring shoes on. But there's a way to actually use it on this boss, because for some reason after like 4.5 minutes, those presents that have the vehicles in them despawn. So you can just wait 4.5 minutes, then walk into the boss fight and just insta-kill it with the buzzsaw move. Which is kind of funny, sadly a bit slow for the speedrun. And time is coming up. Once I hit the goal here, and time. That was a pretty good run. I'm really happy. This is a scary marathon run because of all the warps and like the game over warps that you have to set up correctly. If you like die in the wrong spots or actually game over, well, the run is just done. Like you would be back at the beginning of the game. But luckily this went really well. I actually, like 1.5 hours before this run, I actually got a PB in this game. So I expected this to be like a horrible run, but it worked out really well, and I'm happy I could show off this game, because this game is actually, it's pretty good. It's a hard game. It is sometimes also a bit trolly. And I like to say that it's a game that feels more fun after you played it one or two times. So blind it can be kind of rough sometimes, but I think this is a fun game, and also has a great soundtrack that I didn't even talk about, by the Fallen Brothers. And I mean, if you know that name, they make some pretty good music. So yeah, after this marathon is over, everyone go play Plok. It is Ploktober after all. Thanks everyone for the GGs, and yeah, that's it from me. Next up we have Ahmad with Mega Man X4, and this Ahmad guy is pretty good at Mega Man games, so stay tuned for that.